So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 113 yards, and a score. And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets territory. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Those shoulders went from parallel to square, and then he brought force with him to finish that run. Oh, that's impressive.
And we saw a lot of that a week ago when he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They're going to look to throw. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Williams again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jamal. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him so far. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Swift. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run out of the gun with Swift. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Touchdown! That's caught at the 1. Cephas, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to... So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On first down, Swift. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves it with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
8 yards the gain on that last. Second and a couple. And he's got his man. It's caught for the win. Touchdown. Cephas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Williams. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 87 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Looking to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyrell Williams
his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, Swift. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. He gets this complete to Cephas. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Options galore here, second and a few inches. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
2nd and 10 at the 37.
From the gun, here's Swift. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The type of game that he's having running the football, there was no doubt who they were giving the ball to.
So why didn't they just go ahead and go after him on defense, right?
Yeah,
If
key
you
in
know,
on it.
right? You know he's having that type of a game. Who else would you expect to get the football? I would have taken my chances and sold out defensively to stop him. And if anyone else picks it up, I tip my cap to him.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, make a break for it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Reynolds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. And incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And he's got it. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Targets and finds Reynolds once more. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The throw over the middle, taken in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll find Reynolds over the middle. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
We know that
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on down's the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? They'll start on the ground with Swift. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. 169 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been to bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
On first down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run here with Swift. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's caught. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll look to throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.